Okay, welcome back to the Dublin Academy of Maths. Now today, Leaving Cert Ordinary Level Maths, we're on Series 4, Episode 2, and we're dealing with Paper 1 and it's complex numbers, and we're dealing with question 4 on Paper 1. Okay, now today is addition and subtraction of complex numbers, and I'm just going to do a few questions here. Now it's pretty straightforward. I'm just giving plenty of questions so that you can get a hang of it. Now when you're adding a subtraction, you add the reals with the reals, add the reals with reals and imaginaries with imaginaries. Okay, now that will come apart now when I do some questions. So for example, 4 plus 2i plus 2 minus 3i. Now, okay, so we add the reals with the reals, so we take out the brackets. 4 plus 2i plus 2 minus 3i. So the real, we have to identify the reals. So the real numbers are, this is real, and this is real, and this is imaginary, and this is imaginary. Now get used to doing this, okay? So it all, what does it equal to? 4 plus 2 is 6. 2i minus 3i is minus I. That's your answer, okay? So remember that, reals with reals, imaginaries with imaginaries. Right, we'll do another question, and it says minus something similar, minus 4 minus 2i plus minus 2 plus 3i. Okay, and we do the same. Okay, so we take out the brackets, minus 4 minus 2i minus 2 and this is plus 3i. Okay, so I'm multiplying by the brackets, remember. Add the reals with the reals, so the real parts, this is real, imaginary because it's got an I attached, and we add the reals with the reals. So you got minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6, even, and minus 2i plus I. Okay, take the smaller from the larger, and that's your answer for that one. Okay, let's go do another one. So this is just repeating, but it's just really got to get your confidence up. Let's have a look. A plus bi minus c plus di. Okay, now let's remove the brackets. A plus bi minus c minus di. Bring the reals together. So that's a real, or, and these are imaginary. So I've got the answer to that will be A minus c plus bi minus di. Okay, you're making sure your signs are held together. Okay, now you can factorize that. You can go a minus c. You got plus b minus d. So if I take out minus, I'll make that minus b. So I'll change it around on my di minus bi, and you'll see that it'll change. You can take out di as well. Okay, we'll work that back and see if it comes out the right way, the right answer. Now let's have a look at removing brackets. Removing brackets, which is something similar to what we did. So Z1, sometimes they will always probably write it like this. They haven't really changed it. Since I've been teaching for a long time, they haven't changed this format. Now it says, in those, for example, let's have a look at 2 times Z1. It says find out 2 times Z1 and express it in the form of A plus BI. So you just multiply 2 times Z1, so 2 times 2 plus 3i, and you get 4 plus 6i, and that's your answer. Okay, don't reduce it or anything, that's your answer. Next part would be 2z, 2 times Z2 minus Z1. Well, we've already done 2 times Z2, did we? So we'll just write it out again. So it's 2 times Z2, which is 2 times 3 minus 2i minus Z, so it's minus 2 plus 3i. Do you see that now? Okay. So it's 3 plus 2i for Z2, 3 minus 2i for Z2, and 2 plus 3i for Z1, which is the minus Z1 here. Okay, so I just multiply them out. 2 3s are 6. Minus 4i, minus 2, minus 3i. I bring the reals together and the imaginaries, I keep them separate. So I'm left this real and this real, and this imaginary and this imaginary, and I add the reals, so I get 6 minus 2 is 4, minus 4i minus 7i. Okay, so you're just adding here. And this is the way they will do would ask those questions. You know, if z is equal to this, what's so forth, and express it in the form of z x plus yi or something like that. So we're doing another one, z2 minus 2 times z1. Okay, so that's just to make sure that cross there you don't get confused with 2. So you got z2, which is 3 minus 2i. There's the I there. 3 minus 2i. That's z2 minus twice z1, which is 2 plus 3i. Multiply them out again. 3 minus 2i minus 4 minus 6i. Add the reals and the imaginaries. So you got 3 minus 1 minus 2 minus 6 minus 8i. Okay, that's the answer to that. 3 minus 4 minus 2 add. Okay. Great stuff. So that's the questions done out of the way. I'm going to now just throw this along and show you these questions here. Now, I don't think you will have much difficulty with these questions. Write of the following complex numbers in the form of a plus bi. So you just take out the brackets. Okay, there's all pluses there. Here's minuses. Remember, minus inside the brackets. Okay. You got an x, and it just go x plus p, and then you have y minus by minus. So, well, you have to watch your signs here. Now, if z1 is equal to 1 minus 2i, and z2 is equal to 3 plus 2i, and z3 is equal to 1 minus 3i, express the following in the form of a plus bi. 2 times z1 minus z, 2 times z1 minus z1 again. Okay, z1 plus z2 minus z3. Okay, so, and this is z minus the brackets. Do what's in the brackets first, and I'll leave this last 28 to you. z1 minus z2 minus 2 times z3. Okay, so the z with the cross is a z. Now, don't forget, my name is Michael Dalton, and I've been teaching for 20 years, 20 plus years. Okay, so City of Dublin Vocational Education Committee State School. And I have very, very few failures. Okay, I've had very, very few, and the only time they fail is because they're too lazy to do the work, or they've got a complete psychological breakdown. Okay, thank you very much. Do those questions.